Alright. Current day. Matrix. Day whatever. I don't know. But that's the thing. The Matrix time is irrelevant. So the thing is that my name is Day, not Deca, not Lil Deca, and not whatever name I identified as before that anti-RP or got 9,000 to rapper when I started rapping in 2018. I was 13 at the time, and I didn't have to deal with this stuff because I was 13. Now I'm 18, and I'm actually realizing it's a big deal. But that doesn't matter. Okay, so point being, I was actually 16 at the time of the allegation. You know what that means? Police can't do anything because I was 16 years old at the time the allegation started. Like, even if I were 17 when this stuff broke out and I lost my channel, it doesn't matter now because I moved addresses and I graduated high school. So, that all contact with my school has been shut down because I'm graduated officially. And my house is now vacant because it's not my house anymore. I don't live in Glider Way anymore. I'll just say I still live in Boca. I still live in Florida, but I've moved more west of the area, if you know what I mean. So basically, I'm gonna say that now that I've lived in a new apartment in Boca since literally the 1st of October, and I obviously didn't tell anybody about it, because I didn't want to just go around leak this info. No, I had to keep this private, right? The thing is that right now, still in South Carolina, but apparently, Corvid has made a new video on me. I said I wasn't gonna respond to it, but I decided I'm gonna do it. And it's not mainly to talk about the allegations, because, what are the cops gonna do, right? You could tell, every freaking lawyer in town, right, to go after me. And the thing is, the police can't do anything, because realistically, I was too young at the time to be convicted. And, since it's an overseas case, Florida police aren't gonna deal with it. I don't even think the FBI is gonna deal with it, because the FBI has actual cases to deal with, so Florida police literally can't do anything. You could get the police on me right now, and they're not going to do anything. They're not going to touch the case because it's just too vague, right? They know I was 16 at the time. Nothing's going to happen. But, now that I'm 18 and I'm an adult, again, I still can't do anything realistically because timing, nothing. Now that I'm 18 and an adult, I'm going to make big moves. I'm going to get a job. Corvid says she's going to hold me back from getting a job. What? They're going to look up something online. They're going to find out, oh, you were young at the time. It's good. Then I get off. So I just pretty much get a slap on the wrist every time, because every single time that Corvid has tried to get me jailed or arrested or whatever, I literally just got a slap on the wrist. Had a chance to get me when I was still living at my old address. You had it for 7 months, and you fumbled the bag. Well, yeah, I did go away for 3 months. I was in both California and South Carolina, so I prefer South Carolina, but I had to go to California too, Love a of-age woman out there. But, I was going to say that now that I'm back here in SC, I'm planning on heading back to Florida too. And I pretty much finished school. I decided, I'm going to take my time and to perfect my craft, because I'm going to a trade school. So, it'll make it easier for me to get a job. I get hired easily because I could just use a degree to finesse my way into anything. Thanks to my family who's willing to provide for me. And I'm just going to skip this because I don't want to ramble too much. Obviously, Corvid, doesn't really hear anybody out. She's more of a closed-minded person. No. Speaking of closed-minded, right? So she says I have a weird obsession with the state of Israel, the Jewish state of Israel, because it is a Jewish state. Other people of other religions live there, but it is a ultimately Jewish state. If you don't believe that, then you are lied to by the Matrix. See, Israel belonged to the Israelites, and God gave that land to the Jews. So I'm gonna talk about this because the thing is, she says it's a weird obsession, right? And I'm not going to talk about the allegations and stuff like that because I already debunked those. I'm going to talk about why necessarily Corvid does not like the Jewish state of Israel, right? So I'm going to say this, right? I do firmly believe that Corvid is anti-Semitic, because the thing is that there was literally a memorial on May 5th to 6th. Every year, actually, it happens. It's Yom HaShoah. I made a post about that. Corvid really didn't, because, she doesn't care about, a massive genocide where 6 million people were killed. But, whatever. I'm pretty sure she doesn't even believe it happened, right? So anyways, point being, right? Says, oh, you have a weird obsession with Israel. So let me get this straight. Holding up watermelons in the street dispersing college campuses, rioting, looting, doing a bunch of these things for a free Palestine, literally like going on to random Jewish posts and just like telling them that they don't matter because they're Jewish. Not even people with Israel associated, but they could be like Jews that are just trying to live their lives. And you go and spam free Palestine into their comment section. That's not a weird obsession. You're saying that it's okay for us to basically go and harass Jews for existing. We're allowed to harass God's chosen for existing. But we can't simply say, oh yeah, well I think, personally Israel has the right to exist. Because that's the entire thing. If you think that Israel has the right to exist, if you think that Israelis in general have the right to exist and shouldn't just die because of what their government is doing, you're apparently, and a quote unquote Krova and all the Palestinian supporters say, according to them, you're a genocidal loving maniac for not wanting freaking all Israelis in the world to be killed, and not wanting the state of Israel to completely cease existence, so that way the Jews that have been kicked out of 110 countries actually have somewhere to go. And it's fun fact that Google and stuff like that, they don't let you talk about Jews being kicked out of 110 countries. So you're told by the Matrix, the Illuminati, and these false prophets tell you that Jewish people control the media. Yet when I say something like, oh, what about when they were expelled from 110 countries? You know what I get? They say, oh, you're not allowed to talk about that. That's a banned topic. Go on Google Stadia or whatever the heck the AI is called. I think it's Gemini, right? And there was somebody who literally asked a question to Gemini, Google's AI system, about Jews being kicked out of 110 countries. And of course, Gemini went out and said that it was rude to call it the Jewish expulsion of the Middle East, and literally, did not even give a proper answer for that. So that just shows that, they're not controlling the media, they're the ones being oppressed by the media. And we could see that go on any liberal network, and even like some conservative networks. They think, what is it? Israel is robbing for our tax dollars. We pay our tax dollars, some of it goes to Israel, but the majority of it goes to government funds, right? And the thing is that, that state is simply fighting for its right to exist. So on Krover, right, I'm going to say this simply. When I made that meme about you, I made it for a good reason. I made it because the thing is that you personally believe that, allegedly, I have a weird obsession with Israel, despite Palestine supporters having a very weird obsession with Palestine. Like, it's not even healthy at this point. People are boycotting Stranger Things because one of the people in there is a Zionist. We can't have anything good anymore, right? And harassing people for eating McDonald's, like, the London or whatever McDonald's, where a bunch of people pepper sprayed rats and like literally attacked customers there that were literally just having a try time. Okay, that's not a weird obsession. The thing is, according to her, believing that, okay, Jewish lives matter. Jews deserve to have a state. They were kicked out of 110 countries. Let's give them their own state. She doesn't want that because the thing is that Krova necessarily is anti-Semitic. Let's just face it. And, of course, the Australian Jewish population, it's 0.2%. It's low in the United States as well, but it's lower in Australia. And the thing is that she's pretty much just, presented as herself as somebody who does not like the JW, right? And basically, the majority of my followers are Israeli Jewish people, because ever since I started speaking about on October 7th, right? I've been a Zionist since, 2021. Check the dates, but ever since I started speaking about this stuff, on October 7th, I've gotten a mass influx of subscribers. The majority of subscribers that I get aren't bots. They're people who are from Israel and of the Jewish culture following me. Because I'm a Catholic, right? But, they know that I stand on the right side of history. Now, Krova can, stand for whatever she wants. But she calls my obsession with Israel weird because the thing is that it's not an anti-Zionist issue, it's an anti-Jewish issue. She doesn't like the fact that, these Jewish people out there, they're doing well, they have their own country, they're thriving, multiple of them, have their own businesses and they run them well, right? And the thing is that, they could go to other countries, because that's what people say. Oh, we have to expel the Israelis from, Palestine. Doesn't even exist, by the way. It literally did not exist until 1964. You can see that meme right there. It's true. we have to expel the Jews from this fictional area that is Palestine. And we have to send them to other countries, and they'll integrate there, and they'll be fine. But the thing is, they integrate, and then people hate them, kick them out of that country. They try to integrate into more countries, and the thing is that those same people from those countries kick them out. So the only reason why Israel exists is because it's the only place that the Jewish population itself is safe. And after the Holocaust, you think like we'd have this common sense and common knowledge, like hey, maybe they deserve their own state, right? But the thing is that Krova seems to not only like completely ignore the tragedies that the Austrian painter caused, and completely reject them, and also believe that anybody who believes that a Jewish state has the right to exist is a genocidal loving maniac. And for some reason, she also believes that I should hate Israelis, even though the majority of my followers are Israelis. And the fact that I even have almost 200 subscribers in the first place, because the majority of my viewers speak Hebrew, and a good amount of them don't know what I'm saying in English, but most of them don't know what I'm saying in English. So basically, the Hebrew-speaking people that follow my channel won't really be able to keep up with the drama that well because they only speak Hebrew, right? And basically, with that, I can gain a larger audience, and I can promote my values of not like just saying what I feel, right, and then like defending free speech and like speaking about the persecution that I've been facing in these past few months. But I could also use it to elevate my platform and also the platform of the oppressed, God's chosen, right? So basically, I'm just gonna sign out. But when Krova tells you something that, why doesn't Day hate his, freaking, like, why does Day hate Israel? I don't hate Israel because the majority of them are following me. And the thing is that unlike you, who is stuck in the Matrix and loves to blame, the chosen for anything, right? You wanna blame these people for, I don't know, whatever goes wrong in your life, and you want to kind of purge all, like, Jewish members from the Corvid Coalition. I don't care, right? I know that you're not an anti-Zionist, you're an anti-Semite. And the only reason why you're even, talking about this is because you specifically think that, why do they deserve their own country? Why do they? It's not about that. You're just mad that, they have their own country and they're thriving. So you're just an anti-Semite, and you want to attack the Jewish people. You want to attack the ones that support me, and you also want to attack Israelis who literally are doing nothing wrong and just living their lives. There's Christian Israelis, there's Arab Israelis that are just living their lives doing nothing wrong, and you apparently want to attack them because they exist. So say what you want, but Krova, you're literally just an anti-Semitic. You're anti-Semitic. And also, if you aren't anti-Semitic, then how come you did not speak to your fans on Yom HaShoah? That's the entire thing. You can't even take a one post to, commemorate like one of the worst genocides in history. But again, as I said, I don't even think Krova believes that happened, because she's probably part of, the denier crowd. I can't really say it on YouTube, but those types of people. And it's kind of ironic because she doesn't really condemn anti-Semitism. I mean, she condemns anti-Palestinianism, or whatever that term is. She condemns racism, right? But I feel like she's just silent when it comes to anti-Semitism, and the reason why is because she just does not care about the Jewish people. Again, those are God's people, and Jesus himself was a Jew. I know that because Hebrewism and Judaism are the same thing, and they correlate, and I'm a Catholic telling you that. So here's the thing, Krova, say what you want, but you are not anti-Zionist, you are anti-Semitic, and that's me signing off. You could say this is the absence, you could say whatever you want, but it's not a weird obsession with Israel. It's just me stating the facts, right? If Palestine supporters can riot, attack people in streets for eating at McDonald's, look this up, go to a McDonald's restaurant in the UK, pepper spray rats, and harass customers, but then not be deemed weird obsession. But when, Jewish people are just trying to live and have their own state, they're attacked. It just shows you that you don't care about the Jewish people, and, if you're an anti-Semite, fine. I don't care if you're an anti-Semite, but it's like, just admit it. Just admit that you do not care and you do not like the Jewish people. Because the thing is that I guarantee that, if there is any, like, Jewish Crow followers out there, I just want to say, she does not care about you, because she clearly has stated that, she does not want you to have your own state. And she has said many times that, Israel's a terrorist state, or at least her supporters have. And I don't know what she thinks personally on Israel, but she thinks it's apparently a weird obsession to defend the only Jewish states in the world rights to exist, because it's okay to have, like, 46 Arab nations, but according to her, there cannot be a, one Jewish state, not even one, because, that's too much, right? But whatever, anyways, I know I already made the post about Yom HaShoah, but, for anybody who, has had family that has been lost in the Holocaust or whatever, I personally give my salutes to you, and I really want to thank, the majority of people who have been following me. Israel has given me a lot of love lately. The majority of my followers have been Israeli, so that's where all the new subscribers are coming from. I have a lot of Israeli followers watching right now. I just want to say, you guys mean the world to me, and if we're gonna stop anti-Semitism, it starts with stopping people like Corvid, because Corvid is the very root of anti-Semitism, not just in Australia. Australia has rising anti-Semitism, we know this, but it's like this kind of mindset is spreading to younger ages, and we can't let such a beautiful culture like the Jewish culture be erased. And I already said I do not hate Arabs. I debunked that in a post. I apologize for any remarks I made against Arabs. I actually literally did an entire apology about, how I am sorry for the remarks I made against Arabs. I don't hate Arabs, right? But I do hate, I'm going to say it, I hate Arabs that support radicalism and terrorism and extremism, because that's not right, and we should, not just as Arabs or Jews or whites or whatever, or blacks, but as humans, stand with Israel. And I think it's right to stand against anti-Semitism. There's one definition for anti-Semitism out there. It is, her. But whatever. Alright, so, Corvid doesn't care about the Jews. That's fine by me, though, because, you know the saying, no Jews, no news. Whenever Israel fights back, it gets in the headlines. Yeah, alright, there's something for that. Alright, anyways, see ya.